All right, as we revealed first in Australia on this program yesterday, the link between vaccinations and autism has been completely and entirely discredited once and for all. The British Medical Journal declared that the research by Dr. Andrew Wakefield was not only flawed, but it was fraudulent. You might remember that in his 1998 study, the doctor linked autism with the measles, mumps, rubella vaccine. Based on this evidence by Dr. Andrew Wakefield, many thousands of parents around the world stopped vaccinating their children. One of the lowest levels of vaccination in Australia is in the area around Byron Bay. Meryl Dorey lives in this region. She's probably the most vocal critic of vaccination in this country, and she runs the Australian Vaccination Network. And she's on the line. How are you, Meryl?
I'm good, Tracey. How are you?
Good, thanks. Surely after all this, though, you must now admit that you've based your scare campaign on fraudulent and misleading information.
Oh, Tracey, I love your language. Unfortunately, this subject is far from put to bed. And the news that came out in the British Medical Journal is not news at all. It's simply a rehashing of accusations that were made previously.
It absolutely is news, Meryl. It is discrediting and disputing the entire research upon which people have not vaccinated their children, and children have died from whooping cough and measles as a result.
Children in Australia have died from whooping cough, and we have the highest level of whooping cough vaccination we've ever had. And the majority of the people getting whooping cough are vaccinated. But they get a lower dose of
whooping cough once they've been vaccinated, yes, but it's a lower dose. But anyway, go on.
Back to Wakefield. The accusation is that Wakefield took money while he was doing an investigation on behalf of lawyers who were hoping to take a lawsuit for children who had developed regressive autism after the measles, mumps, rubella vaccine. Wakefield had actually revealed that information to the Lancet prior to the article being published, and it was £50,000 that we're talking about, and the money was used to pay for tests on these children. It didn't go into his pocket. If we think that that is an unreasonable thing for Wakefield to do, why is Paul Offit in the United States, who made tens of millions of dollars selling a patent on a rotavirus vaccine for which he sat on the committee to approve that vaccine in the United States, still in a job? The fact is that vaccination and autism are linked in the minds of many researchers.
Meryl, that is an outrageous thing for you to say. You were ordered by the Australian Healthcare Complaints Commission to put a disclaimer on your website saying that there is no link, and here you are on Metropolitan Radio spreading your misinformation.
Tracey, you're wrong about that as
well. I'm absolutely not wrong about that, Meryl.
The Healthcare Complaints Commission asked us to put a warning on our website to let people know that we were anti-vaccination.
No. And also they found that your website contains information that is incorrect and misleading and quotes selectively from research to suggest that vaccinations are dangerous. I quote that word for word.
But you just said that they asked us to put a warning.
Yes, I did. You had your fundraising status revoked and were ordered to post a disclaimer on your website. I looked at your website this morning. There is no such disclaimer.
That's right, and we've refused to do that. And we are also appealing that decision with the Office of Liquor, Gaming and Racing.
But in the meantime, you're required to post a disclaimer on. You are spreading dangerous information that can lead to children being killed, Meryl.
Tracey, do you want to talk about Andrew Wakefield and about the measles and the fact that autism has increased by something over 2,000% since the introduction of multiple vaccinations?
Yes, Meryl, and it's coincidental. It has been proven there is no link. Autism rates continue.
Is that your professional opinion, Tracey?
Autism rates. It's my opinion after doing research and speaking to researchers. Autism rates continue to rise in Japan after the withdrawal of the MMR vaccine.
Well, I'd like to direct people to our website where
I would like you not. In fact, let's just end the interview now. Let's just end the interview. That was Meryl Dorey from the Australian Vaccination Network. If she continues to spread this misleading and deceptive information that ends up killing children, we will no longer have her on our program. We had her on our program hoping that she would finally, once and for all, after the British Medical Journal put this out this morning, retract the dangerous information she has been disseminating. She obviously, despite a finding by the Australian Healthcare Complaints Commission and a ruling that she should be taking down her website, she refuses to do so. Let me tell you some of the things on her website. Under the heading Measles, Mumps, Rubella, she states that these are all non-threatening illnesses in early childhood. Well, tell that that to the 160,000 people who lose children every year to measles. Measles is a plague. It's been proven to have killed 200 million people worldwide. And to say that vaccinations are linked to anything as dangerous as, bringing on autism in children is just absolutely absurd. It's been proven that not vaccinating children means they can die from measles, from whooping cough, from any one of a number of illnesses. What Meryl doesn't tell you is it's not just the fact that Dr. Andrew Wakefield took money. It was actually $677,000, not $50,000, from a class action law firm that was planning to sue the manufacturers of the MMR vaccine. What she also fails to tell you is that his research has been entirely discredited. It was a very small sample, and some of the children that developed autism were showing signs before they were even vaccinated. So this is just an absolute outrage. What do you think? 1332. Are you as angry about this as I am? I had a friend whose child almost died from whooping cough a couple of months ago. 5 children in Australia have died in the past 20 months, predominantly in areas where people aren't being vaccinated because of dangerous, disgusting, disgraceful information from people like Meryl Dorey.